Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. So today I'm coming in with another One Piece discussion video, and today is quite a big one. So I'm going to be talking about my theories for the end of the One Piece story and how the sort of the story of the Straw Hat is going to end and where they're sort of going to like all end up. So let's just get straight into it. So I think that one of the big things, there's going to be like the big final war. So this could be, it could be before, but it'll most likely be after Luffy finds the One Piece. People could maybe know the whereabouts of Raftel, and there could just be a massive war there, or there will be, so after Luffy finds the One Piece, then learns like everything about like the Will of D, the Void Century, learns everything. There could be like a big massive time skip to when he's older, and then there could be Luffy getting captured by the Marines, or him turning himself in like Roger did, and then I can see there being a war then where it's like everyone, it'll be like Marineford all over again, but we'll have like Shanks will probably be there, all the Straw Hats like Grand Fleet, all of his allies like ever. Garp will probably turn on the Marines because I feel like he cares about Luffy more than he cared about Ace, and he was pretty close to like stopping Ace getting executed, but he didn't because he's a idiot. But but yeah, so I feel like I'll start off with it. I'll go through like the individual characters. So I'll start off with Luffy. So I feel like it is inevitable that Luffy is gonna die by the end of the story. I know it's like sort of like the the hard truth, but it is what's gonna happen. It's gonna go full circle, so it's gonna, everything started when Roger was executed, and it's gonna end with Luffy being executed. That's like what I said with the Will of D video. Like Luffy has like, he's trying to have like a parallel life to Roger, so it will probably end up going completely full circle by the end. And Oda even came out and said the end of One Piece will be sadder than Ace's death, so it's gonna be pretty heavy. But yeah, so next moving on to Zoro. So Zoro will probably like 100% have beaten Mihawk and become the world's greatest swordsman, and will be like obviously like known as like the right hand man of the king. And oh, it'll be so sick. Just like I'm thinking about how beast Zoro is gonna be in the future is just amazing. Like I can see him opening his eye in Wano. I can see him like either against like the see, there could be, I don't think there will be, but there's a chance that there might be a sort of monster trio fight against Kaido. If Luffy like literally can't beat Kaido again, then it could be him, Zoro, and Sanji. But I know that Zoro's like fighting like the Shogun of Wano and stuff at the moment as well. But like I can just imagine Zoro opening his eye, like going like Ashura, all of his like other body, like his two other bodies will have like, they'll be like full hacky, and oh my god, it'll be so sick. But so obviously he'll probably beat Mihawk, become the world's greatest swordsman. I feel like he can sort of like take on a role sort of like Rayleigh was to Luffy. So if Oda does decide to do a spin-off of One Piece after the original story ends, he could be like Rayleigh was to Luffy, like Rayleigh train Luffy to become stronger, and Zoro could be the same, like the next holder of the Straw Hat or whatever. So it should be pretty cool. So Sanji and Nami want to sort of tie in together. So obviously there's like a big thing of them being like shipped together by the end, but obviously we don't know what's going to happen with that. So Sanji's dream is to find the Old Blue, and Nami's dream is to draw a map of the entire world. See, with the Old Blue, we still don't know if it exists or not, but I'm pretty sure there was I swear there was like a little filler where a guy said the Old Blue exists, but that was filler, so I don't know. So I can see them sort of going together, maybe, but we don't know, because the Old Blue is like a weird thing. Like it literally could be anywhere if it does exist, and then Nami's obviously got to travel the entire world to draw a map of it. So them two, it's a bit hazy, but we'll just obviously have to wait and see. So Usopp, I reckon he will become like a legendary pirate. Obviously, hopefully he'll keep the name of God Usopp. And see, I don't know if this will happen, but there's a chance that I could see him leaving the Straw Hats when they get to Elbaf. Obviously, because we learned about Elbaf back in Little Garden, which was like well before the time skip. That's like, it's like 80 episodes in or 90 episodes in or something like that we learn about Little Garden. So that we learned about Elbaf in Little Garden. And Usopp obviously was like obsessed with it, and then that sort of became his dream. Now he wants to become like a great warrior of the sea and wants to be like the giants in Elbaf. So he could maybe leave the Straw Hat. He probably won't. He'll probably stick to the end, and then maybe go back there in the future. But I really hope that Oda gives him this big push, because in my opinion, I personally don't like Usopp as a character that much, because the whole like sort of gag of him being just awful is like, to me anyway, it's just boring and it's like not really funny anymore. So I'd like to see Oda give him a massive push and him to just come like an absolute beast, learn proper haki, because there was the bit in Dressrosa when he was firing that big like ghost looking thing of his own face to like knock out Sugar all the way across Dressrosa, like through like 3 windows and stuff to explode at the right times, whatever. It's like obviously he was like panicking and stuff and shaking it, then all of a sudden like his observation haki like sort of like awakened and he could see everything and then pinged it. But you know, we don't know what's gonna happen with Usopp, so I do really hope that he gets a push, because I feel like that could be pretty cool if Oda decides to do that. So Robin, this is quite an interesting one. So Robin's sort of dream is she wants to know everything about what happened to the Void Century. So by the end, she'll probably learn. So she would have read all the poneglyphs and learn about everything. And obviously, when they find the One Piece, there'll be like loads of probably there'll be loads of like information there about like all the sort of like the secrets, like the Willa D, Joy Boy, Void Century, all of that. Probably even like the significance of like the Straw Hat and stuff. So yeah, but I can see Robin, like, I can see her wanting to like pass on all this knowledge, because obviously she was like the last person remaining of Ohara, which is like a hometown that got completely destroyed because of like a buster call, because the government didn't want that. My voice just cracked. The government didn't want them knowing about the about like sort of all the Void Century and that. So obviously the whole of Ohara was completely destroyed. So I can see her wanting to pass on this knowledge to other people and make sure that it doesn't like people don't forget about it and stuff. So yeah. So Franky, I can see Franky going back to Water 7 with Iceberg and stuff and just carrying on being like a good shipwright like Tom did. So obviously Tom was like Franky's like sort of mentor. Like they all sort of have like a mentor and like the backstories in everyone's backstory in One Piece. So I can see him going back to Water 7, and obviously he'll be known as like Tom was known as the guy who built the Pirate King's ship. So, and then obviously by the end they'll all have dead high bounties, so he might even try and get captured. He might like get captured by the Marines. That could be happen with any of them, because obviously they're all going to become sort of like notorious. But yeah, I can see him going back to Water 7 with Iceberg and stuff. So yeah. So Brook, so this is a weird one, because Brook, his dream, they literally have to go all the way back round to the entrance to the Grand Line, so like back round to Reverse Mountain, because his dream's obviously to see Laboon again, and obviously Laboon's still there. Like Luffy made a promise to him, so once he travelled the world, will come back, and he painted the Straw Hat Jolly Roger on his head and stuff. So I think the thing is with Brook is that he will probably live on a lot longer than the Straw Hat if he doesn't get killed, because of his Devil Fruit. He will not die of old age. Hold on, sorry, my background's gone a bit weird. So yeah, what I was saying was so because of his Devil Fruit ability, he can't die of old age. Like the only way of him dying is his bones getting completely destroyed. Like obviously they can be cracked and stuff, but then he like drinks milk and he'll like go back to normal. But yeah, Brook's a weird one. I do want to do a video talking about Brook and like his Devil Fruit and stuff, because I find it quite interesting. Like what would his awakening be? There's probably a lot more to his Devil Fruit than you just get a second chance at living. But yeah. So, moving on. So, Chopper. I really want Chopper. I don't want, like, there's another gag that I don't want to carry on, is Chopper just having a really low bounty. Because I feel like he'll finally get a higher bounty, like, more towards the end. I don't think it'll be in, like, the next few arcs. It will be towards the end. Like, I reckon they'll see him go his monster point and then just, like, completely obliterate everything. And then they'll give him, like, a super high bounty. And so I want, like, so he's known as, like, actually part of the crew than not just, like the crew's pet reindeer. He could go back, which he probably will. He probably will go back to Drum Island and go back to Dr. Ian, because she's, like, how old is she? Like, when we say, like, 115 or something. Oh, is she older than that? She's, like, 151, I might imagine that. Anyway, she's over 100, she's dead old, but she's still in, like, good shape and stuff because of this, like, anti-aging stuff that she drinks and whatever. So she'll probably still be alive by the end. So he could go back to her, and, like, he could become, like, quite a famous doctor or whatever if things go right. So, in the way of other characters, like the Yonko, so there's obviously, like, a big war coming up in Wano, so we don't know if any of the Yonkos are going to be taken out there. I think we sort of, it's being set up that the final fight is going to be between Luffy and Blackbeard, which will be just absolutely insane. Be the Straw Hats versus Blackbeard's crew. So the war in Wano, Big Mom's just turned up there, and we've got Kaido there. Shanks probably won't turn up. I reckon Shanks is in Elbaf, and so in Wano, I don't know if any of the Yonkos will die then. There's no way of telling. Kaido, obviously, like, he keeps wanting to kill himself, so he could die, so we don't know, because obviously, like I was saying about the big war as well, people could die there. Shanks could get killed by Blackbeard, and then that could lead to Luffy actually killing one of his enemies once, because obviously he likes to just shatter the dreams instead of killing them, so then he sort of can have a second chance at, like, being a better person or, like, achieving the dreams or whatever. So, yeah. And then, like, with the government, I reckon Kobe could become Fleet Admiral and the government won't be as, like, corrupt. I really hope Akainu dies by the end, just because he's annoying. I reckon Garp will probably turn. I know he's, like, he's, like, hero of the Marines, but I reckon he could turn if Luffy either gets captured or killed before he dies, but he might die before then because he's old as hell. But yeah, Kobe will probably either become sort of the new Garp or will become Fleet Admiral, and the government will obviously not be as corrupt if Kobe's leading them. So I'm trying to think of, like, what would happen to all the admirals. I think if it's years on, they could all be dead. Like Fujitora, I know he's, like, he's, like, one of the people who, like, doesn't like the government being corrupt. Like, Akainu's very corrupt. Another person who isn't corrupt is, like, Smoker and Fujitora and stuff, because obviously they, like, Smoker in Alabasta was really annoyed that the Marines got all the credit for Luffy killing, Luffy beating Crocodile, and then Fujitora was the same in Dressrosa when Luffy beat Doflamingo. So it's like, we don't know. So that's pretty much it. I really hope that after the end isn't going to be for, like, another 5 years or whatever, but I hope that Oda maybe considers making a spin-off, and hopefully that it's, like, gold. Hopefully that it's, like, doesn't make a spin-off and just completely ruins One Piece or whatever. But I'll still watch it either way, so, you might also see this. Oh, Jesus. You might also see this in the background. I did film an unboxing video with this, but I literally filmed it right after I woke up, and it was just really badly filmed. So I thought I'd just show you this now. Got a replica of Zoro's Shusui. It is a wooden blade because obviously I live in England and they don't allow metal blades and stuff, because I just end up with a fine and won't be able to get it. But just look how well made that the sheath is. Like, oh, it's so cool. Eventually I'm gonna get all of the I'm gonna get all 3 of Zoro swords. So I've got the Shusui, and then I'm gonna get the I want to get law, because they do law swords as well, so I'm going to get laws. Maybe I'll get laws next, but then I want to get the Wado Ichimonji and then the Sandai Katetsu, so I can have sort of all the swords, and then I'm going to get, like, things to put them up and that. I should do, like, a bit of, like, an anime room tour thing, because my room is just full of the most nerdiest stuff. I've got, like, anime posters, Avengers stuff, and loads of pop vinyls and stuff, so let me know if you want to see that. But yeah, this is currently just balancing on my, oh god, on my, Nintendo Switch, dock, but you know. So, that's pretty much it for this video. So let me know if you want to see some more One Piece discussion videos, because I actually really enjoy doing these videos, because I literally write everything down on my computer. I've got, like, paragraphs of stuff for what to talk about and that. And I do want to do a video on, like, sort of, like, ranking stuff as well, like maybe arcs or characters, or let me know what you want to see and I will do it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Mine's been Jevo. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and peace.